No losses, I don't do lipo. A few screws loose in the head, I'm a psycho. Promise you the bar, just as real as the bite though. Misunderstood, you could call me a typo. I shine hotter than the stars in the night though. Hate the who's, don't give me a title. Flipped an asset, so I don't worry the price though. Got scratched like Vino, leave it to the tribal. I ain't even trying to try though. But I can do this with my eyes closed. Never got nothing on my goals. My girl ain't plastic, she don't even recycle. All these kids just wanna be idols. All these kids just wanna be rival. I need something way more than viral. I need something way more than viral. Gotta be something way more than idol. Be careful not to get too close, I might just go. Might just go.
Like a bomb in a room, blow up the spot, everybody gotta move. Life or death, everybody gotta choose. Life or death, not everybody gotta lose. I hear the talking, I just keep quiet. Learn to speak silent, don't yearn for violence. Was a little man, I turned into a giant. I changed the climate, every room that I'm in. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the baddest of them all? Popping like I'm at a wall, bouncing like a basketball. Mirror, mirror on the wall.
Basically, I'm just buying time to allow some of y'all to get up in here because I don't see enough people waiting for this live to start. So we're just gonna sit right here and we're just gonna wait for a couple more girls to come up in here. It's JustinDiego back with another binge-worthy video, and I am so happy that you guys decided to join me tonight for this live video. And I hope y'all are ready because we have got so much to talk about. Now, before we get started sipping this tea, go ahead and like this video, click that subscribe button, and you already know you want to hit that bell button so you officially join me and my binge watchers and are first to get updates about binge-worthy videos like this. Hello, guys. I am so happy to be here. If you can hear me loud and clear, please spam the chat right now with purple heart emojis so that I know that you guys can hear me loud and clear. Otherwise, I'm gonna just be sitting here feeling like I'm talking to myself. So if y'all can hear me, spam me with purple hearts. Hello, Lucinda. Thank you so much for being a member. Shout out to my new members and everybody who sent super chats. Before we even got started, let me find y'all names. Okay, I'm seeing some purple heart emoji. Thank you so much, Zaylin Turner, for your $2.99 super chat. I sure appreciate you. Y'all, anytime you guys send me any super chats, any cash apps, any super stickers, like it definitely goes back in for me supporting the channel. So I always appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. Of course, you don't have to do it. Just showing up is more than enough. But I just want to give y'all some extra love. Shout out to my members in the house tonight. It's going to be an interesting live. You know, I just going to open up the floor so that everybody can like get Housewives of Atlanta off your chest again. We had a really great live the other day, and I'm still shook, you know. I'm still shook about it, but I feel like there's so much more that we need to talk about. So I went ahead and pasted the link in the chat, and I'm going to go ahead and pin it to the top so that if anybody wants to call in, you can go ahead and start getting in the queue because you know it builds up pretty fast. I am loving these purple hearts. Hello, Jewel Black. Hello, Butterfly Boo. She says, yes. Hello, Baby J Howard. Thank you, Yolanda, for loving my edits. I appreciate that. Hello, Angie G. Hey, 6A. Hello, guys. Thank you so much for the purple hearts. Appreciate it. Hello, Roddy Reese. Hello, Zaylin Turner, Poochie. Always blessed. Joey, you said send you a shout out. Shout out to you, Joey. Thank you for the purple hearts. All right. So y'all already know the Real Housewives of Atlanta season 13 is finally over. Well, it's not really over. We still have this reunion to process. But I'm just glad that it's over. Hello, Tay Boogie. Tay Boogie says, I'm here. Thanks for being here, guys. If you want to go ahead and call into the stream, I already have a couple of people already in the queue. Go ahead and click the link that's pasted to the top of the chat in the blue. And that's how you'll be able to join the show. You don't have to be on camera, or you can be on camera, whatever you want to do. We're just going to be talking about Housewives tonight. Thank you so much for your $3 super chat, Lucretia. Sis, okay. Sis came in with her $3 super sticker. We love to see it. Thank you so much. All right. So, hello, straight from the A. Michelle is in the house. We love to see it. Uh, yeah, and today, y'all, I may sound a little bit different. I'm, working remotely. Uh, so I'm not in my studio today, but hopefully I don't sound too ghetto. I may have to rush home and go on down to the studio. Let me know if y'all can hear me loud and clear. All right, let me go ahead and take some calls. Crystal, are you ready? Crystal, you was my first caller.
I am ready. How you
I,
doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing great. So, Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion. Tragedy. Now, don't get me wrong. The girls came with the fashions. They came with the fashions. They looked really,
Yeah.
really good. I thought Porsha was beat. Kenya gave a little updo. Cynthia always looks good. I mean, everybody looked good, but I'm to the point where I'm tired of it. It's the same old stories, the same old fights over and over and over. We're tired. Okay. They brought a new guest
It-
online, a new guest, Toya. Toya is acting a fool on television for nothing. She's extra dramatic. There's nothing
well,
authentic about it.
she did get $1,000 an episode.
So you got paid. I'm sure she makes more than that on YouTube. So
Oh
because you're
yeah,
so fame hungry, you decided to take $1,000 an episode to act a fool and make people dislike you when you might truly not be like that in real life.
right.
No, no. Kenya needs therapy. She needs therapy because I feel like there's a difference of you being catty with the girls and putting on a show, but her issues are a little bit deeper rooted, and I hope that a lot of the girls see that. Kenya likes to give it out, but she can't take it, and she has
Right.
no form of accountability. She has
Dang,
problems.
you just reading Kenya down already.
Yes, yes, yes. Kenya definitely has problems, but for the most part, I, I would like for this reunion to be done with, and I just need a whole new cast of Real Housewives of Atlanta. I'm not interested.
You want to
They
speak to the manager?
yeah, I want to speak to production. Andy needs to have a conversation. We're tired. We're tired.
Right. So let's do this because I completely, understand. And of course, this is a space to where we can just call in, especially tonight, guys. If I ever put Fireside Chat in the title, it's because I just want to talk to y'all. It's not about, being, I guess, like politically correct. It's about just kind of seeing where we are as binge watchers. So I appreciate it. But before I let you go, tell me one thing that you do. Like, I know you mentioned that you like the fashion. So who do you feel was best dressed? Or tell me something that you liked about the reunion.
What did I like about the reunion? Now, let me tell you, although I'm not a fan of Latoya, she came together. But Porsha came to serve it to everybody. I mean, the earrings, the face was beat to the gods, the new short
Mhm.
haircut. I think Porsha really, really, really looked really good last night. She was, yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you. Well, thanks for calling in, Crystal. It's my first time talking with you. You look amazing. rocking your beautiful hair. We love to see it.
Thank you.
But I'll see you in the chat.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye. Okay, let's take some more calls. If you guys are excited to be here, let me know. We only got 94 likes with over 200 people in here. So I'm tempted to just go ahead and log off, because I don't feel like y'all want to be here if y'all not gonna like the video. So can we at least get to 120 likes? At least 120 likes, so that YouTube don't shut down our stream. Okay, we're getting close. We're getting close. Can I get 5 more likes? Can I get 5 more? Hello, Eve. How are you?
Hey, Justin.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
Well, what do you want to talk about with this reunion? Hopefully you have something nice to say.
Yes, Team Twirl is in the building.
Period. Team Twirl is always welcome.
Yeah, with the reunion, all I saw was attack on Kenya. And for the ones that hate her so much, they didn't want to recognize that it was pretty much Porsha party. And I just feel like she was attacked for the whole reunion.
Yeah. Porsha, you say you feel like Kenya was attacked the whole reunion?
I feel like Kenya was pretty much attacked. She was attacked really by Porsha and prom dress wearing Drew Sidora. She's pretty much the same Drew Sidora that I didn't like on the game. No big difference. Except she Holy Ghost high and mighty.
But here's the thing, like, it's almost a good thing to be kind of attacked at the reunion, because it lets you know that they needed the Kenya hate to be able to pull some kind of numbers. And if you watch, Michelle's channel, you know that the ratings were the lowest ever. So it's just like all the Kenya hate train, it didn't help. So it's like y'all tried to drag Kenya and it didn't work.
Yeah, if anything, she pretty much carried the show from the hate.
Right.
So
it's normally always either Kenya, maybe Nene, but they don't have Nene. So it has to be, I think it's going to be Kenya and Porsha who are really kind of carrying this reunion. What did you think about Porsha?
Very little. What they try to do is detour any comments that you make about her. It's like you can't bring up her past because that's old, but your past shapes your future. So yes, what you did then is supposed to help you grow, not grow you into being in North Carolina with a stripper dressed in a cheap Chanel suit, doing whatever you did.
Right.
So yeah, we're gonna talk about your past because y'all still talk about Kenya being Kenya Moore whore. And long as you're attacking her marriage, we're gonna attack your past. It's just tit for tat. And that's what people don't get. And that's why Kenya she's always attacking Porsha, because they are attacking her. I mean, we already know that she went behind everybody back, like talking about them. So, and that's the only reason why Kenya might have made some of the comments. Now, given that she does say things a little twisted, and I can't help her out with that part, but I'm gonna have her back in most of the parts. But I mean, it ain't so serious where she can't be a part of the show anymore because we need Kenya.
Right.
So.
Okay. Well, is there anything else you want to talk about outside of the reunion before I let you go?
No, not anything that I can think of. Just that I'm Team Twirl.
Okay. Well, thanks for calling in, Eve. I want to get through some of these callers. So I'll see you in the chat, okay?
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Dang, I'll just laying it on Kenya. Let me take some more calls. Hello, Denitria. How are you?
Hey, what's going on? How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm still a little hype about this reunion. I know it wasn't the best reunion, but it was a reunion nonetheless.
It was. I'm trying to figure out. I hear like feedback.
Do you have the video playing anywhere, like on?
I do. Hold on.
Okay, so you'll need to pause that.
Perfect. There we go. So much better. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Okay, so
even though the reunion was not that great, I'm always here for Kenya. It always is Team Twirl, even though I kind of was giving my girl a side eye this season. I was like, sometimes she was doing a little bit too much, but I still love her. So it's hard. But Porsha and what's kind of giving me a little issue is the whole Black Lives Matter thing with Kandi and the text messages and what was said and what wasn't said, what was left out, and all that craziness. And they just like skimmed over it.
Right.
I'm like, and Kandi like brought up in her speak on it how they cut out a whole bunch of stuff that was said. They cut out the whole, just like, I don't know about this editing. This editing is very shady.
I just feel like I said in my video, I feel like they found the editors off Craigslist or something this season, which is crazy to me because I'm willing. Right, I'm willing and available to edit this season and make it binge worthy, but you know they don't answer my emails, so we just gonna have to keep dealing with this lackluster editing. But I feel like everybody.
Let me ask you a question. What do you think about this whole thing with Drew and the Native American garb? And she's saying that it was for her family's thing, but yet it's two different pictures. The one that Kenya posted looks like a party, and then the one she posted looks like an actual ceremony. But the one with Kenya posted, she had the dot on her head. That's not even the same thing. That's not Native American, that's Indian from a whole nother country.
Right. Yeah. Drew is very sneaky, and we talked about this on the last live. First of all, I feel like Drew was trying it. I feel like Drew was doing the most by acting like she was so hurt by like what Kenya said about
she's
her.
Such an actress. Well, that's what she is. So I mean, that's what she's doing. Like, how dare you talk about my son? First of all, talking about your son, she wasn't even talking about your son. Not like she put a post and said, "Oh, your son is whatever." She just liked or reposted something else, and it was true. We all cringed. I fast forwarded that whole scene. I was like, "Oh, I don't want to watch this. It's weird."
Right, Denitra, girl, I got dragged the last live, so I'm gonna just let that go. But I completely agree. But I want to talk about
watch that. You like making him hug this man, and oh my god.
Right. So with Drew in her sneaky, malicious way, she's like the only reason why I'm kind of here for it is because she's giving me that sneaky Phaedra lying mess. But
my thing is, once you are when you do.
Right. Like if you're gonna lie, at least come prepared. Yeah, be good at it. Because as soon as the stuff about Kenya wearing that outfit came out, Drew was so vocal, and I made a video about it, and I posted the receipts in that video. So at the very least, Drew should be checking the RHOA hashtag so that she knows what we're talking about, because we already saw the photos she tried to put out there, like with the Native American stuff. That's not what we were talking about, sis. And that's like some stuff that we weren't even concerned about. That wasn't on the internet. Your sister posted hashtag Halloween on the photo that's on the screen.
On the photo. And you're going to try to put up a photo that's a whole different, your hair different, earrings are different.
Right.
It's not the same time. It wasn't even the same place.
Right. And if you ask me, she seemed like she pulled out some she probably pulled out an old Nokia phone and took the pictures last week.
No, she has her old phone and she had plugged them things up, charged them up, and went back through her pictures.
Right. We are not fools, sis.
I came with her. She does way too much. She tries to make little things, big things. The stuff with the prophet, I didn't understand that. What are you talking about? You're trying to prey on a prophet, and he can't do the blessing. Girl, bye. That's your choice. Right. You chose not to have him do it. It's not like she let me go ahead and deal with this prophet because I think that maybe Drew Sidor is going to have a baby blessing and I'm going to mess it up.
Right. But with all this said, like, this kind of makes her pretty good for the show, though, right? Like, because we want to keep catching her in these lies, and eventually.
You know what? You're right. Because I love to play detective. I'm like, because if 1 and 1 is not equaling 2,
right?
What we gonna do?
And it's just like they keep lying, and they'll lie a little bit more until they ultimately make a lie like Phaedra made, and it's just like boom. So count your
And it's
days,
gonna
Drew.
explode. It's gonna
Count your
explode.
days.
I'm here for it, and I'm ready for next season. I like Latoya. She is hilarious. I mean, she's very, very messy, and she's very messy, but I like it. I'm here for
Right.
it. Get it. Do it. Aggravate these women. Drink your drinks and do what you do.
Right. Stir the pot. Well, thank you so much for calling in, Denitria. I
Thank you
enjoyed
so
talking
much.
with you today.
You
And I'll see you in the
too.
chat.
Yes, sir.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Woo, y'all are definitely representing for y'all girls. I love to see it. If y'all are enjoying this stream, definitely remember to like this video. Right now, we are at less than 200 likes, and we have about 400 people in here. So don't forget to show me some love. Let me read some of these comments because y'all be acting up when I'm on the line with people, thinking I'm not gonna see it. Kenya on the chopping block. Boy, then they would just really have to cancel the show then. Somebody said Justin's edited cast photo. I love it. Yeah, we gonna talk about it. Let's see. How can Skenya fans really call anyone a liar? Kenya may have her flaws, but I don't think Kenya be on here lying. She may be antagonizing, but she don't be flat out lying. Let's see. Latoya needs a peach. Okay. Stop putting Phaedra in the pictures, but we need a show, y'all. Hello, how are you?
Hey, Justin, what's good?
What's going on?
Nothing much. I have a quick question just before I get into any Atlanta stuff. Did you see them put that Thug Life thing on Dr. Heavenly?
No, I didn't. You said Thug Life?
Like, you know how you do it in your videos where you have the glasses drop down and then the Thug Life fall underneath the person?
Bravo did that?
Yeah, they did it with Dr. Heavenly. You have to go check it out.
I have to look at that. They need to stop. Bravo, stop watching my channel, running back, stealing stuff. Y'all already be using binge watch on your website. We know where y'all get that word from. Now,
Because when I saw that, I'm like,
stealing and just hire your boy.
When I saw that, I was like, it's either Justin got hired or we have a lawsuit and Justin has to sue because.
Right. Let me call Phaedra to represent me.
Not Phaedra. But I have a little list here of things I wanted to go down. Is it me or did Kenny look annoyed or tired or frustrated during the reunion?
I didn't really see that. I feel like Kenya was happy with her seating position, and I feel like Kenya came ready to like give us a show. I didn't really pick up on that. I'll have to go back and watch.
I don't know. Throughout the season and even just during the reunion, I feel like she's going through what Nene went through or Nene felt like she was going through, just couldn't articulate it very well, which is like everyone is attacking her. It's like
the shade.
Sorry, I didn't mean to. It's like everyone is looking for a moment with her, and it turns out to be an attack session where it's like, Drew, you didn't like it wasn't a big deal stuff type of thing because everyone's looking for a moment. Right. And I don't even like Kenya, but I can be fair and say that I saw that throughout the reunion.
I'll have to go back and kind of look at it and look for that because I didn't really pick up on that, but it's definitely possible. But on the other hand, I feel like Kenya, from like conversations I've had with her, I think she likes having this type of fun. Like, I don't think that, like, even with the Native American stuff,
she's in Turkey commenting about Drew. It's beautiful there. Why is she not busy?
I mean, she
playing in somebody's
though.
Water on the beach. Why is she not messaging Mark? Oh, she's blocked.
I just feel like even with like the Native American stuff, like she was down about it, but she kind of did what she needed to do to kind of wiggle her way out of it and kind of move on. And you got to respect that. Queens do that. You know, I don't know what
To
these
be
other girls
honest,
do, but
if I'm being
queens
completely
don't.
honest, and I hope I don't get myself in trouble, the whole Native American thing, not that I don't think it's a big deal. I just feel like, as much as I'm not a Kenya fan, we know where her heart is. I don't think she wore that in a disrespectful way. I do understand where, it could be cultural appropriation, and she apologized, and I think it should just be done there. Like, are we really making this
Right,
a thing? And she is
right.
continuing to add on it by doing the whole Drew thing, posting more pictures. I'm like, oh my gosh, can we stop?
Yeah, I definitely thought that it was a reach to begin with, but it's one of those things to where if you upset a certain amount of people, you kind of just have to address the crisis, even though it's not a crisis for everybody. So I
Yeah.
think that she did well. I was so happy that when she came to the reunion, she
She
had a
had
little
that
bit
scene
more
rehearsed.
education. Yeah, and that's what you need to do. Like you can't just brush it off. The thing that I'm giving the side eye is they asked for an apology from Andy, and Andy still hasn't apologized. And he definitely didn't even leave any space to possibly apologize at the
Because
reunion.
he's white and feels like he doesn't have to.
What a privilege.
Now, I have a question. Did you
Okay.
guys see the lips and fillers that I saw on Latoya? They look like hemorrhoids. Like, they
I don't
look
look at
really
Latoya very
bad.
much.
Not I don't look.
And and I don't really know what she's supposed to look like or what she looked like before. So
So Latoya's from Canada, like I am. And she's a mess. You guys can keep her over there. We don't want her back. Um, and just lastly, like, why are they bringing them all back for season 14? Why? Who,
well, we don't
who
know that for
asked for
sure.
this?
We don't know that for sure. Pl- Where'd you hear that?
These people reporting stuff online. You're right. We don't know for
Who,
sure.
who said that? The Plum Report?
Not the Plum Report. It's just like I don't want to see them all back. Latoya's acting like a midget pop jumping on Cynthia's couch at the Christmas party, throwing
Yeah, a lot of
wigs.
people was upset
Drew
about
is
that.
fighting. I just feel like the classiness of the show has just gone down like tremendously. Kandi even said on her speak on it that Andy had to say for a good segment of when Latoya was going in on Drew that it's not that type of show.
Right.
And I
Well,
just
I
feel like the Atlanta girls don't understand the assignment. Like, I can't with these permanent beefs of Kenya and Porsha falling. I think it's time for one of them to go. At this point, I don't
but
care
see,
who.
that's the thing. Like, I was so relieved last season when they finally made up. To me, that was Bingeworthy. He's like, okay, like even if y'all don't really like each other, like at least acknowledge that nobody wants to see y'all with these fake beefs for year after year. Like, come up
Yeah,
with another reason to hate each other like 2 years later. So I feel like they didn't
exactly.
spend enough time being fake friends before they fell out again. To where I don't know about y'all, but I don't even know where they fell out again. Last we heard, they were cool. Then they wasn't.
It happened when Porsha switched up, I guess, at the reunion, and
But
she
everybody switches
jumped
up at
stuff.
the reunion.
Everyone does. And is there anything to talk about Cynthia about? Because she looked like an accessory. Did she speak?
We've only saw one part. Maybe they get to Cynthia next week, or next part 2 or part 3.
They need to pay Cynthia the
I
$1,000.
just all right. I'm gonna talk to you later
Okay, bye,
before
Justin.
you
I'll
get
miss
me
you.
blocked. All right, I'll see you in the chat.
Okay.
Y'all be killing me. I'm having a really good time. This isn't going to be a super long stream, but I'm going to place the link again. If you guys want to call in, I just have a couple more people in here. And if you guys don't want to talk to your boy, then I'll just get on out y'all face. But I'm pasting the link one more time. Click the link. You're able to call in and talk to me. You can talk anything you want to talk about Atlanta Housewives. It can be what you expect or what you want for your season 14. It can be about part 2 or 3 of the reunion, any type of speculation that you have. Just if you're going to speak on rumors, please, acknowledge that it is a rumor, because if I haven't said it, then I don't want to use my platform to say things like for sure. And the only other platform, only other channel that I really feel like has, not verifiable tea, but the only relationship I have with another channel is Michelle from Straight from the A. So I just feel like you guys can't be coming over here bringing rumors, saying it as if it's fact. So just be mindful of that. Thank you so much for everybody who's been super chatting. Sorry if I haven't been able to say all of your names while you super chat, because I'm in the middle of conversations. But I just want to say thanks for your $5 super chat. Butterfly Boo, she says, I believe Kenya and Porsha fell out again because of the Cookie Lady situation. Oh Lord, I had forgot all about Cookie Lady. I forgot all about her and her mug shots. But yeah, that's possible. So let me take some more callers and keep this party going. Remember to like this video if y'all up in here. Hello, Tiffany. How are you?
Hi, I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good.
So
What do you want to talk about?
The
Ooh.
Atlanta Housewives are finished. I think they either need a revamp or just get rid of the show.
I'm planning on doing a video about this. Like, I'm really starting to feel like I'm wondering, are they sabotaging it? Like, do they just want it to be
That
over?
may be the case.
Because even with the All-Stars thing, it's just like, y'all are better than that cast. It's kind of like, we don't want to be the face of Housewives anymore. Like, we don't want Housewives to be what you think of when you think of Bravo. So we're just going to lower our budgets each season until we end up with the season full of LaToya Ali's and people stop watching.
Holly, what can you say with that? I don't know what she was wearing during the reunion, that wig. Yes.
She did come in, though, like she was ready to.
But LaToya.
Right. LaToya came in like she was ready to turn the party. She was like,
she tried.
Y'all left me in the back without a sandwich. Like, what's up?
She tried with that raggedy dress. Even the way they were dressed, I was kind of like, I'm disappointed. Not that they didn't look nice. They did. But I was very disappointed. This was my first time in 13 years. I've watched all 13 seasons.
Right.
I'm disappointed.
Before we go on, let me acknowledge Famika Capricorn. She just gave a $15 super chat. She says, it wasn't the type of that type of party when Porsha beat a lady in the alley. Oh Lord, looking like a pony charged up on steroids, just like what Phaedra did, just like the lingerie party. Olivia Twirl Pope, stop playing. Okay, girl. She had to get that off her chest, y'all. Thanks for that super chat. Damn, what was we talking about before that shady super chat?
Shade. Well, listen.
She left me shade.
They do bring some shade. They still do bring some shade, but no, it's boring. That's it. Wasn't a great season. And can we blame COVID? But not really.
See, that's the thing. Like, when I started this season, I was like, you know what? After episode 1, well, actually, I watched some of episode 1. And I was like, you know what? This ain't giving what it's supposed to give. So I didn't start watching again until episode 6, and that has never happened. So that was for the me,
Bolo episode, right?
No, it wasn't quite Bolo, but I think it was kind of preparing for Bolo. Yeah. So for me. Yeah, for me, I just say, you know what? I'm just gonna blame it on COVID and just kind of let it be what it is, and just kind of be like, okay, it's bad because they were filming in a pandemic, and get over it. But it just it's just so bad. But I will say this about the reunion: when I first heard of the theme and I first saw those unedited photos that Bravo just released. And we're not gonna get into that. But when I first saw that, I was like, I don't really get this, how this is gonna look well. But for the actual reunion, I did think that they did a good job with the angles, and it did feel pretty cool. But you
think so? I don't
It was
know.
kind of.
I guess I'm disappointed. I'm underwhelmed from the whole season. So now doesn't
Well,
matter.
compare it to the other like social distanced reunions where they're on couches like 20 feet away, or when they did like the Zoom reunion. Like to me, it was pretty clever and cool to be a socially distanced reunion. It didn't really feel socially distanced, so that was kind of cool.
I'll agree with that. I'll agree with that. But remember, this is Atlanta. Atlanta kind of loosed their COVID restrictions pretty early. I mean, I'm from New York, so I mean, we're still in the thick of COVID restrictions a year later.
Atlanta did not have no COVID restrictions, which is why I'm confused
Exactly.
why
I,
they
I
didn't
went to the
just
club in
film in
Atlanta and had a
Atlanta.
great time. So I just feel like it was not worth it. They didn't have anything to talk about, period. What happened
Right.
to what's the lady name? What was the lady name? Fallon. What happened to Fallon? Fallon just I don't know.
I don't know what. Maybe I'm like. I wonder if Fallon like knew her worth and was like $1,000, bitch. Please, I'm not gonna be showing up every day for no for $1,000 episode. If I don't know why, that's the only reason why I would think that we didn't see more of her. They couldn't
Yeah,
pay her
Fallon
enough.
was just no, they needed Fallon. I don't know. Fallon just was a waste of time, and the whole season was kind of a waste of time. Even Portia's storyline, and I love Portia. Like she is my girl crush.
Wait, you said Porsche storyline. What storyline?
There you go.
I mean, I love Portia, but to me,
I love Portia.
she just didn't have a storyline. I think she tried with the BLM stuff, which I'm grateful for. It was great to kind of, have white people talk about that when they don't want to talk about it. But we knew that really couldn't be her whole storyline. And I feel like we got one episode of maybe a little Dennis T, and that was it.
And it was not even an episode. It was a 5 second thing.
Right. And I
Whatever.
don't count the Bolo stuff as her storyline because she doesn't even like that. So
The Bolo
it's kinda
stuff was more or less a Kenya thing. All right, we
Yeah.
knew that. That's how they had to show their beef again. I'm just over it. I think they should end it now and don't do another season. Period. I
think
loved
they
it.
should
Like
at
I
least
said, I loved Housewives. Like I really, literally never missed a season. But this season,
they have to at least announce a final season though, right? And then bring back everybody or something.
They can announce a final reunion show. Maybe bring back all the wives or whatever. I don't know, but it didn't work. It didn't work. And maybe it's because they were missing a big trip. Charleston, Louisiana was cool, but I don't know. It just wasn't.
I think they were missing Black excellence and affluence, and I think that they were missing a lot more than a trip.
It was too much missing. You're right. Like I said, I don't know what was missing, but it was too much missing.
Right.
But
well,
anyway,
thank you.
You guys. Thanks for
Thank you so much for calling. Thank you for calling in, Tiffany.
No problem. Stay doing what you're doing.
I will. I'll see you in the chat.
All right.
All right. Bye. Oh, y'all have filled up the queue again. I'm gonna take some more calls. See, this is why I don't be doing these lives because I've done said so much that I didn't mean to say. So I might have to delete this live after. I'm just playing. It's fine to be able to talk without caring too much about what I have to say. That's the reason why I'm back tonight, child. Hello, how are you?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Hi, Justin. I'm so excited to be talking to you. Hello.
I'm excited to talk to you.
Okay, so this is my thing. I'm going to start from the beginning. Cynthia doesn't have a storyline. Her presence is just her beauty, and she's funny, quirky but funny.
And I'm okay with that. Are you okay with that?
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Kandi, I love Kandi. She threw me for a loop when she discussed stuff with what's his face? Don Juan. I think that that was some BS. She knew the cameras were going. Come on, y'all. You know what I'm saying? But okay, I love her, and I'm okay with that. LaToya, I think, and this is so unfortunate, I think the producers perhaps pushed her to try to form some type of a, I don't know, chaos or drama. And she kind of went overboard and made herself look really bad. And I really say shame on the producers for putting that young lady in that position. Um, Drew, oh my God, Drew, I loved you from the beginning until you overdid. The whole thing with the prophet, girl, please, your mom is a pastor. Why didn't you just have your mom do it from the beginning? Like that would have been more special to me. That's what I'm thinking.
Right, because it seems like she came in like, oh, this could be a potential storyline, and she lost control of it. Right? Like, 'cause
Exactly.
you make a
And
good
she
point.
should
It's just like,
know. She should know that these girls, they're hounds. They're not playing no games like that. So they're gonna crush you if you don't come with it. And this your first season, baby girl. I love to see you again, but if you don't get it together, them girls are gonna eat you up and spit you out alive, especially if Porsha is not there.
right. Here's the
And
thing, though. If we compare Drew's first season to Kim Fields, Shamari DeVoe, Claudia Jordan, and any of these other girls, Demetria McKinley, poor thing,
yeah,
I
yeah.
think that Drew, she did do a good job. Number one, blending in and like making it feel like, okay, this girl can keep up. She can read. She does have a partner, a husband. She does have an interesting kind of dynamic. She looks good, but she has some flaws with maybe the wigs or whatever. She just fits the part. Like I can see her being a housewife of Atlanta, and I don't have to be like, oh, poor thing. Like, you don't even want to be here, do you, Kim Fields? You know what I mean? So I
Yeah,
feel like,
I think that if she stays, her skin will thicken and she can
mhm.
run with the best of them. But
I
she
think
gotta
she has
get,
a, yeah, go ahead.
but she gotta get her emotions in check. You
Right.
can't let these people see you cry, especially over something that,
So
my
small.
goodness. Um, and as far as her son is concerned, I don't like Kenya at all. But I do not see Kenya trying to belittle or, harm with words anybody's kid, considering she is hell bent on hers is off limits.
Hmm.
So I think, that was blown way out of proportion, just like the profit thing, but also just like the Bolo thing. I mean, it was funny at first, ooh, let's see. But let's be honest, some of these women on here done had they slut days too. You know what I'm saying? So we can't shame somebody for getting it on. Hell, let them get it on. They thought that the cameras was off or was turned around or whatever the case. Producers are sneaky. I don't know. But at the end of the day, Portia's grown. She do what she want to do. That's her. I think Porsha, no, she did not have a storyline. I
Right.
think she's tired. I think she has had enough. And sometimes when you find your own peace, all this extra drama, the money ain't worth it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I would definitely say that is where Portia is. And like I want to see more of this new evolve Portia before she makes her exit.
Yes.
Like if I were
Yes.
Portia, I would come back at least one more season, because this is another thing. Like maybe Bravo saw, this evolution and threw this Bolo mess in to kind of bring her back to get the character they want again. So I want to see her rebound from that and be like, no, bitch, y'all are not going to tell me that I have to lower myself again. Yeah, I may have done some stuff, had a
Exactly.
little too much Hennessy, but I am this new woman that I said that I want to be. This is the next chapter for me.
Exactly. But
So I
let me
want to see
tell
more of
you,
that next chapter.
Justin, that face she made when Bolo came in and she slid down the couch. Lord, I felt every moment of that. She's the bomb. She's the bomb.
Right. Well, thank you so much for calling, Renata. There's some of you guys who comment a lot on my channel, and I recognize you, and you're one of them. So I appreciate you supporting Bingeworthy.
Man, I thank you so much. And they need to hire you. Like, we should do a petition. And I mean, I'm serious. I'm dead serious, man. You are really, really good at what you do. And I don't know if you went to school for it or whatever, but baby, you are blessed with a talent that Bravo needs.
Thank you so much for that. I wanted to work with Bravo for so long. Now I'm open to working, but I don't necessarily see that as like a big goal. My goal is to continue to grow here and kind of do more. But I do still think that I have something that Bravo could use, even the way that
Oh,
I
yeah.
tell stories. I think they could benefit from. So I appreciate you sharing that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I love your little emoji faces. Like, I wish you would do it during your live things so we can see the facial expressions and the hair moving and the eyeglasses, I mean the shades dropping, and yes, and then the rolling of the eyes looks. You are phenomenal, man. Thank you so much. I love
Thank
you.
you. I
Thank you so much.
love you too. Thank you for calling. I'll see you in the
Bye bye.
chat.
Yes,
Bye
sir.
bye. Oh, y'all showing me love like that. I'm not here for that, but I appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. All right, we got a lot more calls to get through. Are you ready, Miss Bernice? Hey, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing fine, Diego. How you doing?
I'm doing well.
Um, what I got to say? I love the gowns, except Drew's. Uh, um, Drew, Drew.
At
I ain't
least she
got.
tried. She tried.
She didn't try that hard. Um, because it didn't go with. I'm looking at the other lady, and then I look at
Mhm.
her. You remember in Sesame Street, which one of these things don't belong here?
Yes.
Drew didn't belong there. Um,
Right. You know what's interesting? The same person who made Cynthia's gown and her wedding gown made Drew. So it's just like, did Drew just
ooh,
shop from the value rack or something?
yeah, yeah. I know you balling, balling on the budget. Your money ain't right. Your money ain't right. But come on now, come on now. You could have said, well, I may have not have enough money for that one, but can I get that one? I'm just wearing it. I'll bring it back. I'm just wearing it.
Right. I'll give you an Instagram shout out,
Shout
child.
out, exactly, exactly. You got to know how to work stuff when you ain't get the money. Like, okay, um, I did. Um, Drew turned into a Karen for me because
How so?
she blew out of proportion
Right.
the with her son because Kenya never said anything about your son. It was cringe worthy watching that scene with your son and his biological father. That should have been taken care of way before you came onto the show.
Right.
If
Or
you,
after, outside the
thank
show.
you, exactly. We shouldn't have never seen that, especially if he's not a constant in his life. And from that,
Right.
you trying to make him hug him and show some emotion toward him. And I'm sorry, that baby was like, well, I'm here. Why you making me do this? It was cringe worthy because it was uncomfortable and you knew it was forced and it wasn't organic.
Right.
I have seen where you promise a kid, I'm gonna come and get you, I'm gonna come and get you, I'm coming to get you, and then after you tell me 10 times you will come and get me, on the 11th time you finally come, I'm not excited to see you.
Right. And unfortunately, a
And
lot of us have been there. So I completely understand. I've been there. So
yeah, and her and this and the Halloween party slash um it was a family function thing. You got caught in a lie. You was going so hard on Kenya, and you was going so hard that you turned into a super, like you was super politically correct. You was wrong, but she apologized and we moved on. You didn't want it to move on because that was part of your storyline.
Right. It's one of those things where she almost really weaponized the whole text situation or the tweet
Yes,
situation. It's just like, I
yes,
know that Kenya hasn't necessarily done anything horrible to me to where I can like get fans to feel this way about her. But if I
right,
can make it seem like I felt this way about this tweet and then, oh my God, she's talking about kids, to
right,
me, that's not fair because you're producing the viewers. That's not about Kenya.
exactly. You know, production is part of production. The actors are not part of production.
Right.
Production let the actors do the production this season. That's why it was so bad.
Right.
Because
Well,
other than Bolo and Black Lives Matter, Porsha didn't have no storyline, and that was the problem. What were you
right.
doing outside of that? Nothing. And
Right.
and and Kenya and Porsha got more common, and I would like for them to let them go back to that. Y'all, first time mothers, y'all don't know how to pick men. You know, Dennis was the F boy that you turned into a baby daddy. So was Mark. I'm sorry. I love Kenya. I'm Team Twirl all the way, but he was an F boy that you turned into a husband.
Right.
You
Well,
know.
I agree that they definitely have a lot more in common. I think that fans were both Porsha fans and Kenya fans. We were happy to see them finally put that childish mess behind, and I think that they made the wrong move
Yeah.
by reigniting their feud.
Right.
But yeah, thank you so much for calling, Miss Bernice.
You're
Always
welcome.
like being able to chat with you. I want to get through some more of these calls, so I'll see you in the chat. Okay.
Okay. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Hello, Queendom Central. How are you?
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Hello.
Hi, you've been waiting a while at the queue, so I'm glad you hung in there. How are you?
I'm great. I'm so happy to get through. I'm calling from Guyana, so yes, I'm excited.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yes. So what I wanted to talk about RHOA was the casting for next season. Can we not have Drew? Like I do not want Drew at all. We don't need Drew. It's
Why
been
not?
such a sad season with Drew.
But I feel like sometimes we need because think about Portia's first season. We didn't necessarily love Portia's first season until she got to the reunion and finally showed some soul. Like I feel like has she not done enough for us to give her one more season?
No, no, no.
Ooh,
That's
okay.
actually how I feel about Latoya. I feel like her being able to look back at her season, that next season she will do better. But Drew, I can see Drew is about to be the next Phaedra, but not as entertaining. You know?
Right.
I can
Yeah.
totally see it. I can totally see it, and we don't need a redo. We don't like she's already lying straight out the gate and making up stories and fabricating things and like blowing things out of proportion. We don't need that. We don't want
Right.
it. It
Well,
like it's
speaking of
not funny. It's annoying.
right. Speaking of Drew, I want to read the super chat from Keisha. She says, Drew's mother is adopted and doesn't know her heritage. How would she know that she is Indian in her DNA? Stop with the lies. Um, I don't know. I can't say. I didn't even know that Drew was adopted or Drew's mother is adopted. But I do think that Drew definitely is producing herself again with this whole Indian heritage, whatever party they had. Excuse me, girl,
Um,
it was Halloween, and that's fine.
yes, definitely. Drew is just lying. There's so many things she's lying about this fake storyline with her husband. Like nobody believed that. Nobody believed that. That man was
And
not in town for doing nothing. It never happened. It was just
it was
something she came up with to spice up her appearance on the show.
And isn't that so unfortunate? Because relationships are hard enough. I've never been married, but relationships are hard enough. I can only imagine the upkeep and the pressure of an actual marriage. So I would never play with my marriage like that. But
Justin, honestly, I feel like Drew really sat and watched RHOA and planned everything that she was going to do on there. Like she's adopted storylines that happened in previous seasons. She's adopting personality traits from other persons and so on. And oh, Porsha did that as well because Porsha was Nene for this season. I don't know how, but she just did identity theft with Nene, like adopted the way Nene would handle situations and stuff like that. It was weird because it's like, girl, just be yourself. Just be
I
yourself.
thought
That's
that
enough.
right. I
That's
saw that a
enough.
lot from Portia. I saw that a lot in the trailer for the reunion when she got up and she was like, "Oh, Portia, Portia, Portia." It's like, didn't Mimi do that, girl?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And when they were at the dinner with Big Frida, like she started doing this thing that Nene normally does and making the faces and all of that. And it was just like, didn't we see this before? Didn't this happen before? And
Right.
finally, the other thing that was bothering me with this reunion was definitely Kenya. Like, I'm Team Taro all day long. But I feel like Kenya is not explaining herself well. She's not, you know, handling the situations the way that I think that she needs to because, like, she's letting Drew slip a lot and she's handing out a lot of free apologies because Drew, I think, like, a lot of persons were saying that Drew was a likable character coming in, but then this way that she just kept coming for Kenya when Kenya did nothing to her was just so weird and offset. And that's why I said I felt like she planned what she was going to do on this season. Because it's
I
like she
think
already had it in her head that she and Kenya was going to have something going on.
right. Well, you raised an interesting point, and I want to offer, I guess, a little bit of backstory. Allegedly, somebody who's close to Kenya's camp shared with me that for this season, Bravo actually asked Kenya to tune it down a little bit. So for me, like they like, obviously her being the antagonist or whatever on the show, but like I believe that's the reason why we see her kind of going there a little bit, but kind of backing up a little bit and wanting like to get other people involved. Like with the Bolo stuff, she wanted Kandi involved. She wanted Marlo involved. She didn't want to be just this lone antagonist. And I think that that's her trying to give people what they want, but also, listen to what production is telling her. Like, oh, we don't want you to be like this hardcore evil bitch. So I think that's why you're seeing those apologies and you're seeing her not be as Kenya as she could be. And I think that she was
Production
also
just needs to go.
right. I think Kenya was also going through a lot mentally. You remember at the beginning of the season, she was pretty depressed about Mark. She had gained a lot of weight. Like now, Kenya is doing better mentally, and we can see it on her social media. She lost the weight. She's more outgoing. She's glowing again. So I think that unfortunately, the season caught like filming, they caught a lot of her in like kind of more of a depressive state. So.
Yes, definitely. And I'm so happy to see that. But I needed Kenya to express herself better on this reunion because my girl Drew, well, not my girl, but whatever, just thought that she was like winning or something. This thing that she raised about Kenya retweeting about her child, it was not about your child. It was not
Right.
about your child. It was about what you did. And so persons continue to compare this to her talking about Brooklyn. Kenya also revealed on Kandi, speak on it, that every time Drew spoke to her on the show, she wanted to talk to her about her daughter, which she expressed to her that she could not do because of legal reasons. But that is what caused Kenya to have this problem with Drew because she realized that she was pushing her to have an issue because every time, even though she say I can't talk about it, Drew is raising the issue. So why do you want to talk about my child and potentially cause an issue? But I can't retweet the fact that a scene that you did was cringy. Are we being
Right.
serious now? It was
Right.
ridiculous, but I also think that people need to go easy on this season. It was during a pandemic, and I don't think it was that bad. And last season was good to me. It was good, laughable moments, good reads, entertaining. So I think that we should hold out for another season. But next season, I definitely think they should shake up the cast, shift Cynthia down to like a friend level because she's there like a piece of furniture. And we just can't have that. We just can't have that. I think we need like a girl with big coins that likes to shop, that likes to buy things. Like we want to see the lifestyle, and then probably another girl with like this bossy attitude and stuff. I think that is something that would be a good addition to the show, along with Latoya. And you guys were talking earlier about Claudia. I definitely think she was the best one hit wonder ever. She definitely came in and made an impact. And I don't think anyone will ever forget that Claudia Jordan was on this show. I
And now
don't think
she's
so at
over.
all.
How dreadful. Well, thanks for
Okay,
calling in.
Justin.
You had a lot of really cool points, and I appreciate talking to you. What's your name?
Brandy. Brandy.
Nice talking to you, Brandy. I'll see you in the chat, okay?
Okay, Justin, bye.
Bye bye. I am having a good time. Y'all are so shady. Y'all act like I'm so shady. Y'all are the ones so shady. I want to say thank you so much, K Stone, for your $4.99 super chat. She says, but at least you showed her real life issues with her son and that dynamic. We all have cringeworthy moments in our life. This is reality TV. I mean, I get it. It's just to me a difference if like things happen, you know, between Drew. Like at the end of the day, Drew is on Housewives of Atlanta, not necessarily her kid. So I just feel like it's a difference when things naturally happen and when somebody says, "Ooh, this will be a pretty cool moment to have on TV." And if we do the whole like, "Oh, these will be pretty good moments to have," can we not involve minors? Can we not embarrass, our kids? Can we not share vulnerable, awkward moments? Anybody who grew up without like living with both of their parents, we know that it's awkward to kind of see them, to see that side of the family and to have those kind of exchanges. And I can only imagine how much more awkward it would be to have to do that in front of a camera so that, it could be used for entertainment. And there may be some resentment later for that. So, I mean, I'm just saying, but maybe I'm being too judgmental. So I understand both sides. All right, let me get some more of these calls in. We are right now at 570 people and we only have 322 likes. Can we at least get up to 350? Y'all trying to get YouTube to shut me down. Let me take some more calls. Hello? Hello, Josie, can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me? All right. Hello, Amina, can you hear me?
Yes. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Hello.
How are you?
Hi, I'm good. I'm good. I can't believe I got through. Um, so, so I am a Team Twirl fan, and
Okay.
I don't know if you guys have watched Candy speak on it yet. The part two,
Watch what?
Candy speak on it part two.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
this is
haven't,
where
I
she
haven't
speaks.
gotten to watch it. I didn't watch that.
Oh, oh, okay. So I won't talk about it. I'll wait till you watch it. But she clears up a lot of things with the text messaging between her and Portia. And
But
it
didn't
I be-
didn't Portia talked about the text messages? You feel like Candy's text messages were different? Her experience?
they well, she said that the text messages Portia brought up were the ones after the fact. The text messages that Candy was referring to were the ones that where they were talking about Kandi in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
And Portia didn't show those text messages in her live. She showed the ones where her and Kandi were speaking afterward. So that's why it made it seem like it wasn't a big deal. But Portia is
Okay.
known to be a liar. So I just don't believe a lot of things when she says things. And I don't see how so many people believe this girl. I, she's just so annoying. I really don't like her. I just get annoyed with her. But yeah, if you watch Candy speak on it, she does clear up a lot of things. It may have been a misunderstanding too. I can say that, but I really don't think that's what it was. But what my whole thing is, why is Portia so upset with Kenya and Candy, but you're not upset with Nene, the person who leaked these text messages? And this is your friend. This was
Allegedly,
a
allegedly.
allegedly. Okay, allegedly. I'm sorry. So allegedly leaked these text messages, and this is
Mm-hmm.
your friend. So I don't know why you wouldn't be upset with her. So I could understand why Candy said that why she didn't want to post why she didn't want to post in her in the chat what she was doing.
The comments are
And
saying that a lot of people are saying in the comments they do not believe Candy spin. Um, Michelle says Candy didn't clear up anything, and we don't care about. Oh well, Candy didn't clear up anything. People are saying that Candy wasn't being honest. So that's the thing um, about anybody who speaks. Like to me, it's hard to say that Candy's perspective is more important than Portia's,
yeah, it's
or
it's
you know what I
convoluted.
mean?
I will say that.
Yes. So for me, Portia is the one who spoke on it first and showed receipts, and the only one who showed receipts. Did Candy show any receipts from the text conversation?
No, she didn't show the receipts. No, but she
Did
was
she say?
willing to, but it didn't. She just didn't get the phone and show it. But
Okay.
her story is more believable to me than Portia's,
Okay.
because she claimed that Portia said she don't understand why Candy didn't clear it up, but now she's clearing it up, and people are still upset. So it's like you can't win.
Right.
Like you guys were going to two different people about two different situations. It was all to help the greater good, not just any one individual.
Yeah, for me, that's the reason why I haven't talked much about the conversations. Number one, I didn't get the text, so
Mhm.
I can't say what they said. Period, like for sure. And then secondly, it's just really messy, and it's like it's weird for me to pick one person who's right, one person who's wrong. I feel like until they all like talk about it together and like show all of their receipts, to me, it's kind
Mhm.
of I wouldn't say it's irrelevant, but it's kind of not fair to pick a side and sway people. So that's how I feel about that.
I get it, but I just want to know whoever leaked these text messages was obviously someone who was close to Portia. So you have to look at your friend group.
That's true. I understand. Well, what else did you think about the reunion?
I did like the first part of the reunion, but if what you're saying is true that they're telling Kenya to tone it down, I don't like that at all, because this is reality TV. Let her behave as like she wants to, or like she's usually like we usually see Kenya. Let her do what she wants to do, because I don't appreciate Portia and Drew, well, especially Drew, like gang up on her. I don't like. So
Right.
I think that she should be able to defend herself in any way that she sees fit.
All
And just
right.
not Portia, but Drew, she's just a mess. I don't like her. Oh my God, she's just so dramatic. But I don't mind seeing her again. I don't mind seeing all of the ladies again. They all can get a second season. I don't mind seeing the new ladies again to get a second season, because I believe they all deserve a second chance. One season, I don't think it's enough to actually get to know the ladies.
Right.
I
I
think they
I
should come back.
yeah, I agree. I'm open to seeing more from quite a few of them, but I appreciate you calling in. Do you say your name Amina?
Amina, yes.
Oh, nice chatting with you, Amina. I'll see you in the chat.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
All right, bye bye. All right. Let me see what y'all talking about in the comments section. Actually, let's see. Yeah, let me see what y'all talking about in the comment section. Y'all are being too messy. I can't read none of these. So I'm gonna just take this last caller. Or let me try Josie again. Hello, Josie? You fell asleep, Josie? All right, well, they're not here. Hello?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Hello? Hello? Uh-oh. All right, I'm losing my girls. All right, let me know if you guys want me to stay on and take more calls, or if you feel like we did what we were supposed to do. Shout out to you, Michelle, for that $49.99 super chat. Michelle says, should she call in or not? Do y'all want to hear from Michelle? Or no? Because these comments are lit. Let me I'd say call in, sis. Hold on, let me play a little clip from the reunion and I will be back.
And you're using the Underground Railroad to shame me and what I'm doing for Black Lives Matter. So all I'm saying is that
to shame you
how
for Black Lives
contradicting
Matter.
you
That's
are?
not true.
Can you see how contradicting you are?
I see the contradiction in what you're saying, Porsha, because what you're saying is incorrect. So you never acknowledged the fact that you posted a photo of your sister wearing Native American wear. And that is not right. In Drew's case, she dressed as an Indian woman for Halloween also.
Oh.
So it would be nice, instead of pointing a finger, to say, yes, we have all made these mistakes and let's try to do better because now we know better.
If it was me who would have come on the show with that on, you would be sitting here using it as a way to roast me right now, just as you are bringing up Drew,
Right.
just as you're bringing
Thank
up my
you.
sister.
There are other things that you do-
someone
you have
turns
done.
and decides to be better, let them be better.
This is what you don't know.
Okay. I just played that while I took a break because y'all in these comments are killing me. Let me read some more. LBB says, no, this is your channel, Justin. Yes, we know that it's my channel, but I opened up the floor for people to be able to call in because I don't want to just be in here talking to myself. So I'm gonna paste the link. If you guys want to call in some more, let's do a couple more calls. Let's see. So nasty and so rude. By Porsha. What Porsha do? Okay, we have some more callers. Hello? Hello, caller. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, I
Hello?
can hear you now.
Hi, sorry, my thing cut off before.
Hello?
Hi, guys. I put two of you guys in.
1 minute, Mom, I'm on the phone. Just 1 second. Think.
Yes, I can hear you now.
Hi, sorry, my thing cut off before. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. What would you like to
Thank
talk
you.
about?
Basically, I wanted to talk about how ghetto the show has become, and I don't understand why. Like,
How
when you
you
take,
say how ghetto?
yeah,
Do you mind if I ask your ethnicity? Hello? Hello?
yeah, I said I'm mixed race.
Okay. I just not on my platform. I won't have people who aren't black call our girls ghetto.
Oh,
But I appreciate you calling in. Yeah, guys, we don't do that. I don't open up my platform for you guys to um, make passive aggressive or microaggressions toward our women. Like we can call them ghetto, but I'm not gonna do that. Sorry. Hello.
Ghetto.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
No,
yeah, we
man.
don't do that.
I'm
We don't do
cracking.
that.
Oh my God, no, 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 no. Hey, Justin.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How you doing?
I'm doing good. That kind of took me for a loop.
Man, child. Well, you
Because I
doing
hear the British accent, and it's like, don't get me wrong, y'all. I like my binge watchers to come from all over, but I just don't feel right about that. Mm-mm.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. No, not the ghetto. No.
But how are you? The chat getting a little out of hand.
Well, I was trying to work. They was dragging me. I said, I'm not gonna pull no Jezebel and start dragging and deleting people, but I might. Don't push me. Don't push me. I got a rich.
Right. Let me read this super chat, child. Miss Nina Bug says, "Team Swirl!" Exclamation point! Exclamation point! Love you, Justin. This live is lit. Thank you for supporting my channel. I appreciate you, Miss Nina Bug. Yeah, I mean, we brought up. That's the reason why I stay away from those texts, Michelle, because it's just like when those people start talking about these texts, it get messy.
Yeah,
And I don't got no dog in the race or horse in the race.
yeah,
How do you say that?
yeah, yeah. And I don't like the prerequisite that you have to listen to speak on it. No, ma'am. No, you don't have to listen to that. No, to get the story right. But anyway.
So, so what did you want to talk about?
No, I just called in to say hi and that I love your channel and you're doing such a marvelous job. I really do, and I think one day you should work for Bravo.
You got to say more than that now. But I appreciate it.
But look, I think I always say, like, even though I shade the show, I'm low key rooting for them. It's all about I want them to do better. You know what I'm saying? And so,
Mm-hmm.
like, this season, I feel like they didn't do better. They had a challenge ahead of them. The pandemic was a challenge. Instead of like throwing this garbage up and trying to make it stick and to this vast audience that they have, they should have took a hiatus if they didn't feel like they could give us a quality product. So yeah, while I am Team Nene, and I was, looking at it from all sides, I am a fan of the show, and I do, appreciate, I'm watching it because, shoot, just out of obligation at this point. But yeah, I want them to do better, and it was horrible.
Yeah, and to your point, like for me, there's a certain amount of slack that I give them because it was a pandemic, but there are several other shows who filmed during the pandemic who already were filming prior who kind of adjusted, and those adjustments actually kind of made it a better show. Then there's shows that were born in the pandemic that are binge-worthy shows. So Bravo has had enough experience producing so many housewives shows that they should have been able to overcome any sort of obstacles that the pandemic could have thrown their way. So to me, that's not really an excuse.
Right. And I feel like that they were just, depending on their loyal watchers. They felt like that, people are gonna watch it just like we still watch it because we're loyal. So yeah, they still got 1 million views because they have a loyal fan base. However, it was trash. That's why, they didn't get the 2 million or, 3 million that they're used to getting because, it wasn't entertaining.
Right.
But
I agree.
But yeah, I don't hate any of the ladies, despite what the people, might say. I do not. I do, wish them all success in some form or fashion, but I do think that they would have been stronger had they stood together. Period. And that's it.
I agree too. Yeah, I agree 100%. And I just feel like there were so many opportunities that were missed with this season. And I would like to know, what are you expecting from like part two and part three? Do you feel like it's going to get any better?
Can it get any better? I mean, simply because we don't care about the stories. You know what I'm saying? We've already look, unless Porsha went live to debunk that Vulture article in some kind of way, they bring that up, which they really can't because the Vulture article was during the filming of the reunion, right? So
Right.
I don't see them bringing that in. So I mean, at this point, no, I don't see it getting better. But normally, when it's a three-part reunion, part three is about the best because they're holding the best to the end. But
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah, somebody said this season was a dud. I feel the super season will be when they bring Phaedra back next year. I think that will be really cool, but I hope they get themselves together before they do that, because it will suck to bring Phaedra in with the same production and then it'd be a flop. So,
Right, right. Well, I definitely
but
am low key rooting for them, but yeah, this season is horrible, and it's no way around it. It was horrible.
right. Do you want me to add? Do you mind if I add some more people to the conversation? These
No,
last
not at
couple of callers.
all. No, go ahead.
Okay. Well, let me see. Hello, Rodney, and that's so Audie. How are you?
I'm good, and you?
You hear me? Is it perfect? I
Yeah,
hope
Can you hear
you're.
me?
It's your turn.
yeah, I can hear you, Rodney.
Yeah. So I'm a good time. This is my first time calling, and I really enjoyed your show. I was calling about the show.
Is this Dre?
No, Rodney.
Okay, Rodney.
So I kind of think that like none of this would have started if Nene didn't send the messages to Michelle. It would be no drama. Like we would not know. And by Nene sending the messages, the text messages to Michelle and Michelle giving it to her audience, I think that we all know Nene personally started everything.
How do we know that it was Nene or Michelle involved?
Well, I'm talking about Michelle got the messages, and she read the messages on her platform. So, and Portia said that, well, what Kandi said, the messages was sent
Get
from
the story right.
the blogger, and the blogger is Michelle. So, how did Michelle get the messages? Michelle know how she got the messages, and I think you, Michelle, I think you should tell us how you got the messages.
Well, this young man had super chatted me this time. This young man named. Hold on, let me go to my super chat.
Well, I don't know if Michelle got the messages, but I know Michelle got the messages, but I don't know how she got the messages.
I think Michelle admitted that she got the messages, but I don't know if Michelle said where she got them from. Did you? Did you, Michelle?
Yeah.
For all we know, you could have got them from Kandi.
Never said where I got the messages from. I said there are four people in the text thread. I could have got it from any of those four people. However, Candy feels away. She wasn't in the text thread, so of course she's not gonna know all. She's not gonna see all the text because she wasn't in it. So unless one of those four people give her the text, why would she have it?
Well,
Honey,
honestly, this is the most drama they had all season, and unfortunately, it's after the show. So,
that's because I'm orchestrating it because I am a fan, and we gonna do this
right.
this reality show thing on the YouTube.
So shout out to you, Michelle, because if it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be talking about it today because we ain't got nothing else to talk about with the housewives.
That's the thing that's so weird to me.
Y'all
Why,
better
like,
back.
this whole conversation about these messages have become like such a thirst trap. Like, I don't understand like why these messages have become like such a big deal. It's like because you talked about it,
And
Michelle.
we talked about it 8 months ago.
Yeah, it's like because you talked about it, it's now this new opportunity to make the show binge worthy, and it's like, why though?
Right.
And I got something else to say. Like this is the King and More platform, and this is my first time being on this platform, and I'm excited to be on this platform. And and I think we all want to know, like Michelle, why don't you like Kenya?
I never said I didn't like Kenya. I just don't like her attitude and the things that she does.
Okay.
What did she do?
Right.
What do you mean? She's an antagonist. She's miserable. She does things to people that she doesn't have to do.
Like
Team
spit
twirl.
on people, right?
The same can be said from some people about your queen, though.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, so we agree to disagree. Everyone has their faves. So why should I
So,
have to answer to you about why I don't like Kenya when you haven't told me why you don't like Jamie?
well, Nene spits, and when you're a 16-year-old lady and you spit at people, that's pretty nasty. Her.
Well, Kenya
Especially in this
backstabs
climate with
people and
Rona
talks
V.
down to them, and she antagonizes them to the point where they want to pull her hair and pull her across the stage. So I don't. I mean, look, it's not just Nene who has had issues with Kenya. It is dang near everyone.
Yeah, but
Okay.
it's a reality show. It got to be some
Right.
type of
So
drama.
what is attempting to try to spit and you did not spit? There was no spittle. So why are y'all focused on the spit gates?
Oh, and just one more question, Michelle, before I go. Why? I'm not sure if you can answer this question, but why don't Nene like Kenya? What did Kenya do to Nene to make her not like her? Is it
I
because
mean,
Kenya was everybody was talking about Kenya when she first came on the show?
Because Dre, I watched the old video and I didn't know this, but Kenya gave Nene furniture when she moved to LA. That's what friends do.
Exactly. But Nene had to go on Twitter and say she purchased it. I do remember that. She said she bought it for whatever reason. But on the show she said Kenya wanted to get it out her storage unit.
So like Craigslist, she bought it like off Craigslist.
Yeah, the
That's
very
from
rich got TCH.
Oh,
Michelle,
oh
I was just wondering why don't Nene never like Kenya? You have no answer, Michelle?
I don't, because I'm not Nene's spokesperson, Dre. I mean Rodney.
Roderick. Okay.
Okay.
Well, I was just wondering. It was just something I was wondering about because I still cannot understand why Nene don't like Kenya.
Well, first of all, Dre, I mean Rodney, this is Bingeworthy show. Don't come over here and try to take over the show, asking me all these questions that interrogating me. This is about Bingeworthy. You ask him questions, not me.
No, I was
You will
just
not be
wondering.
disrespected.
No, this is my first time talking to you, Michelle. I love you. I love your straight from the A. I guess it's in furlough. You haven't posted anything in a year, but I love your straight from the A. I love you. I've been going to straight from the A for the past 14 years.
Straight from the A so much, you would see how much of a fan I was of Kenya when she first came on the show.
Oh, I'm gonna have to really go look back because we need
back.
receipts for that. We need receipts for that, and
Yeah,
I'm
don't
sure
pull
you don't.
the receipts.
The receipts you don't have. I guarantee you. You can't upload them receipts.
You're so messy, Bingeworthy. I feel like I've been set up.
what? All right. Well, thanks for calling in, Rodney. I appreciate.
No problem. Thank you for having me, and thank you, Michelle, also. Even though you didn't give us any answers we wanted, but thank you. Receipts. Thank you.
All right. I'll see you in the chat. Oh, Lord. Hello.
It's good to know Ray loves you too.
Hello.
Right. I'm surprised. Hi, Mimi. How are you?
Hey, Justin. I love your channel. I think you should be on Bravo, honestly. Like you're amazing. Yeah, I mean, obviously I'm team Squirrel, I'm team Kandi. I used to like Porsha, but I feel like she's trying to take the position.
I think that your finger is possibly over your microphone.
Let's see. Can you hear me better?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Awesome. Yeah, I used to love Porsha, but I feel like she's changed. I guess once Nene left, because if you remember last season, she was trying to ice Nene out with Kenya. And then once they became cool, and then now obviously Nene's not on the show. I think she wants to take that role. With her always coming late to set, like Kenya said, it's very clear that, Porsha's just trying to save face. That's how I see her trying to, do that live that she did was really just trying to save face because, you know, it was clear that she's like the fan favorite, right? So that was my perspective from the whole her wanting to do the live.
Right. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, as far as, we already know how I feel about the OGs, but I really want to say the new girls, as far as Drew and LaToya, I feel like LaToya needs a peach. She really brought it this season, just as a friend of the show. And I feel like Drew really wasn't being herself this entire time. She really was just trying to play a role. But I feel like LaToya really, really did a great job and would be a great addition for next season if, you know, brought back.
When you say that LaToya deserves a peach, do you feel like so that we can get what comes with the peach, or do you feel like do you mean like so we can get more of LaToya?
Yeah, like, you know, like even with the whole her and her husband thing, you know, that happened even offline, right? Like without the show capturing it. I think she said they didn't really show everything, but it just would be interesting just to see their dynamic, you know, and her and her new guy and her kids. I think it would be really fun to just, you know, see that side of her more. Okay. Yeah, I think she would be great. But I feel like with Drew, I'm kind of with her already.
On VH1 on Love and Hip Hop or something. I don't think her and Von Ray are Bravo's brand. However, you know, if Bravo is trying to create a younger demographic, then maybe they should start a whole new show. But the Housewives and LaToya and Von Ray is not it, in my opinion.
Right, but I'm just curious, why do you think she needs to be in Love and Hip Hop? Like, what did she do? I guess that won her to.
Because she acts a bit ratchet. I'm not going to say ghetto, but her entire attitude is just a little bit lower brow than I would expect of a housewife. And that's just my.
I think she's just very raw. I mean, this is her first season, right? So I feel like with experience, she'll know how to, I guess, get to that point, right? So, but I think she'll just be great because she really did bring a lot of rawness to the show, and I can see potential with her. And
you're saying like you appreciate that.
Yeah, I just appreciate somebody being themselves, right? And I feel like Drew was not herself. It was so clear that she was trying to be Porsha Jr. It was like it's too obvious for that. So, I mean, that's just my opinion. Okay. But yeah, I just came to say I love you, Justin, and I think you're great. And I'm just like, what's going on? Like, Bravo hasn't seen your edits or anything like that. It's just, it's wild.
I mean, they've seen, and I've been in communication with Bravo, but for some reason, there's so many different levels, you know, guys. There's the production company, then there's Bravo themselves, then there's NBC. There's just so many different people involved. So I'm not sure that everybody has seen me, but there's enough people to where they have a line of communication if they were interested. But somebody put in the chat that I should apply. I don't know if I would apply to work at Bravo right now.
Right.
I'm happy with what I do with Bingeworthy, but I appreciate the love and I appreciate you calling in.
Of course, and continue to be Team Twirl. Okay.
I will.
All right. Bye, Justin.
All right. Bye-bye.
Justin, answer the question. I want to know what you think about LaToya being a housewife.
If Adam would come, I would be on board, but only if Adam would come. Only because Adam, to me, is more Bravo brand.
Okay.
And I feel like being able to see him either like have her, I wouldn't say calm her down, but like I want to see more than a gimmick. And I feel like their relationship was deep and real enough to where maybe I would care about her more if we could see that side of her, even if it's just co-parenting / divorce. But I don't want to see her be production sidekick or whatever it is she's doing this season.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So I can take one more call. Are you in the mood for one more?
Sure, I'll hang out.
Okay. Hello?
Hi. Can you hear me?
Hi. Yeah, I can
Can
hear
you hear
you.
me? Hi. How you doing?
It's kind of like some feedback. If you have like another video, you'll have to pause
Can y'all
that.
hear me? Better? Okay.
Yeah, I
Can
can
you
hear
hear
you.
me?
Is that Nicki Minaj?
Oh, how you doing?
I'm doing
Yes,
good.
it's the
How are
queen.
you?
I'm doing very well. So I have a lot with a lot of opinions. Sorry, I have a new dog. I have a lot of opinions with this whole season in itself.
Hmm.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I have a whole lot of opinions on the season itself because it's a lot of scandals on this season. It's a lot of
Hmm.
a lot of scandals and stuff, and it's a lot of like plagiarism going on behind the scenes that we know about and we notice it going on.
Right.
But what I would like to say is Drew does not need to be back. She wants to be somebody else, knowing she's not it. She's like Phaedra, basically.
But I feel like
And
we already are down to five
Porsha,
housewives. If you take Drew away, we really just have four. So that's that's the main reason why I feel like I
or
wouldn't mind
this was
seeing
my
Drew one more.
theory. Okay. Child. But I think okay, this is my theory. This is my theory. If they leave Drew and they bring back Phaedra mid-season with Kenny on there, See, that would be messy. With Kenny on there mid-season, bring Phaedra back mid-season,
Hmm.
then have like Latoya be a peach or Marlo. See, this is when Marlo needs to become a peach. I don't like Marlo.
Yeah, I'm definitely on board for Marlo to get a peach. Oh, hello?
We're here.
Damn, we lost her.
Oh,
We
dang,
lost her.
Wi-Fi cut off.
Dang. So what do you I guess I'll just wrap it up here after we talk about what is your dream team for season 14?
Ooh, jeez, I don't know. Ooh, I don't know if I have one. Like, I, ew, I would say Portia, Nene, Phaedra.
You will put Nene through that misery?
I mean, yeah, because misery makes for great entertainment.
So
Oh,
you mean like
shout
them
out
do right by you mean like them do right by Nene and Nene wants to come back.
even if they tried to do right by Nene and she didn't want to be there, I think it would be entertaining to see her miserable and reading people. But I mean, I wouldn't want to put her through that. You asked me who my dream team would
Okay.
be. A dream.
Okay.
So I would say Nene, Portia, Phaedra, Kandi. Whatever. I do want Phaedra and Kandi to go ahead and hit. And maybe like a wild card like Shireen and
I
Apollo.
wouldn't
You know
be.
what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
Peter's ex girl. Well, now because then Cynthia be gone, so we don't need Peter. So yeah, that's it.
Okay. That's not a bad cast. Shireen would just have to be friend of the show.
Yeah. Because she's sometimes can be annoying. So I think just her side, running after Apollo and yelling, "Apollo's my man! Apollo's my man!" I think that would be
Right.
funny. And who would be your dream team?
Um we I feel like Marlo, Candy, Kenya, Portia, Phaedra, and Drew. Huh?
6 people?
Yeah. What you
Okay.
want, 7?
I mean, no. I mean, I'm just trying to figure out how Marlo would fit in. Who's her friend?
I think that her, Kandi, and Kenya can try to be an alliance, and then Porsha, Phaedra, and Drew can try to be an alliance.
Okay. But Marlo said herself she didn't trust Kenya. And I don't think her and Kandi are really that cool.
Well, that'll make a great storyline.
And Marlo walked away from that show, so I don't know. But anyway.
That'll make a great story for me.
You're right. Having me
Miss Scouting Pro says her dream team is Kenya, Kandi, Porsha, Drew, and add Lita McClinton. Needs fabulous ladies who are married and ties ladies. I'm not sure who. And Lauren Talley and Ashley Brooks. I'm not sure who those ladies are, but we'll have to look them up, won't we?
Gotta hit Googles.
Right. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching the video today. I just wanted to come on and do a little quick chit chat. I know we already talked about the reunion, but I feel like the live went pretty good the other night, and I just kind of wanted to see if y'all had anything else y'all wanted to get off y'all chest before next Sunday's reunion, part 2 anyways. So thank you, Michelle, for being here. It's always nice talking with other fellow YouTubers.
Thank you for inviting me. Bye.
I can say leave.
Oh, okay.
I'm about to roll the outro though.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you for inviting me. And thank you, chat, for being so kind and reading me so skillfully.
Always the fun part, right?
Right.
Thanks, guys. Like this video before you head out, and I will see you on the next one.
No loss.
Push the wrong button. For real this time. Thanks so much for tuning into this binge-worthy discussion. I want to shout out everyone who called in tonight and everyone who joined in on this conversation in their own way. I really feel so good about our discussion, and I cannot wait to do it again sometime really, really soon. And I definitely want to give a very special thank you to everyone who sent super stickers or super chats tonight. And shout out to all of y'all who became members so that y'all could use some of these emojis, and be official. All right, thank you guys again for watching this video. I will see you on the next one.